Grace and peace to you all, my beloved. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is Pastor Pimpon here on my early morning walk with Jesus Christ. By the grace of God, I've walked about 11.3 miles this morning. I'm just coming back from Julian, a suburb, one of the towns here in North Carolina. It's about 7.3 miles from Greensboro, where I live, and I'm on my way back in the midpoint, perhaps far past the midpoint. By the time I get home, I would have walked about 15 miles. But the temperature here is very beautiful, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, today being the 10th day of the 11th month of the year 2020. Like I said, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, about 23 degrees Celsius. I believe where you are, the temperature is as great also here as it is here. God bless you, my beloved. It's been wonderful, this morning's walk. The air is so fresh, so refreshing, strengthening my lungs, enjoying the handiwork of God. And I want to show you something. Look at the leaves are changing color. And I just want to show you the landscape. And then I have a message to deliver on that as I show you God's handiwork, the landscape. So please take a look. You see the trees, the color. It used to be all green, but most of them are changing and beautifying the very landscape. The landscape, so beautiful. Look at the trees, so beautiful. And as you look, you see that some are red, the leaves are red, some are golden, and then the evergreens are also in there. The evergreens are there, and you see the streets as the road meanders like a snake slithering, meandering. It's because it's undulating in surface. So I climb hills when I walk this route. Very, very beautiful. But just look at God's handiwork, and then look at the clouds in the sky. Look at it, as if it narrows the farther it goes. It's like a perspective. Perspective in arts, we have something called perspective, and also optical illusion, where the road seems to narrow as it goes further, and it looks as if on the farther side you see as if the trees are touching the sky, almost like a horizon. But this is God's handiwork, the beauty of what God does. But looking again back at the leaves, you see the leaves as they change color. It's so beautiful, nestled in between each other, as if they are serenading the landscape of God and the earth of God with the sweet music, their music, the music being their beauty. Just look at it, beautiful. Their beauty is the music with which they are serenading, the landscape, God's earth, and the landscape. It's so beautiful. Now, having looked at this, let's get back to what word that God has for me too. My beloved, looking at the beautiful landscape, the trees, the leaves, and every one of them showcasing their beauty, and all of them coming together to, like a collage of flowers, beautiful. And that is what God had in mind when He created you and I. His creation. We are of different colors. Beloved, we are of different colors. Some of us are deemed to be black, others are deemed to be brown, others are deemed to be white, others are deemed to be yellow. Whatever color that you are, God intended it to be so that when He brings us together, we beautify His planet, we beautify His earth, with our color, with our color. Look at the trees. Once upon a time during the summer, they are all green. But as the fall comes, the leaves change color. And some of them will be falling on the ground. But whilst they are on their branches, with their changed colors, look so beautiful. People travel as far as the mountains just to look at the changing colors of the tree, of the leaves of the tree. It's so beautiful. Oh, how it would be nice if we can also travel distance just to go and look at the various colors of people and appreciate the color instead of, putting each other down. Within a country, even within our own, you find maybe in a country where everybody is of the same color, we still struggle to claim superiority to each other, amongst people. For instance, I'm from Ghana, and within Ghana alone, there are cultures or people who claim to be superior to the other, where we have this kind of thing we call tribalism, whatever. It goes on there. Oh, if the Lord will open our eyes to see the good that is in all of us, okay? In Africa, in Europe, in America, Asia, wherever, that we would shed or put off that cloak of superiority, put it off. Because God did not intend that any one of his creation will claim superiority to the other. In fact, the Lord told us we should have dominion over the earth. We as humans, we have dominion over his earth, to take care of his earth. So we are honestly superior to the animals. We are, but not superior to each other in terms of humans. We aren't. Our races, though different in color, all of us come together to beautify God's earth. Just like these trees, that you see. Even behind me, you see one, the color has just changed. Very beautiful color. It's so beautiful, my beloved. That is how when we look at each other through the eyes of God, we find beauty. We find beauty. We find beauty. It is my sincere prayer, my beloved. It is my sincere prayer that we would find beauty in every one of us. In every one of us, we will find beauty and appreciate each other. Appreciate each other. The moment you and I begin to look down on somebody else, then we deem ourselves to have ascended the throne of God and making decisions as to who is better and who is not. And that causes you and I to run roughshod with God. And we are humans. We cannot run roughshod with God. So it is my prayer that we will begin to see the beauty in each other. The beauty in each other. We should see beauty in each other. You may be black, you may be white, whatever color you are. You are a person created in God's own image. And having been created in God's image, we may be differing in color, but that does not allow any one of us to claim that my race or my color is superior to yours, or by virtue of the fact that I am this color, I am inferior. That's not right. Okay? May we find in each one of us beauty, because the same way God sees us. In the book of Genesis, when God created man, after he has finished, he says, he looked on man and he said, it was good. So may we see in each other goodness. Okay? Listen, this is the word I want to share with us. Okay? May we see each other goodness, and may we recognize the fact that just as the leaves of the tree change color and remain in the forest still and beautify the forest, so you and I, with different colors, will beautify God's earth. And may we use that to use our colors to to add flavor to the earth that God has given us or planted us in. Okay? Grace and peace to you all. And God bless. This is Pastor Pimpong on my 15-mile walk.